Booze and the Bees.
Welcome to the Booze and the Bees. I'm the Boo.
I'm the Queen Bee. And thanks for watching our podcast. This episode is Happy New Year's Eve episode. Well, I guess Happy New Year's by the time you watch it.
Yeah,
It's
New
the new
Year's.
year.
It's a new year.
Oh my goodness.
What are your goals? What are
Yeah,
you gonna
comment
do?
your goals. We are going to go through questions that I got throughout the past week on YouTube and Instagram. Told y'all to ask me questions for an About Me video. And so I thought it'd be fun for us to just do it during the podcast. And he can help me answer questions because there's not like a ton. And then we can just go from there and talk about our resolutions and stuff. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we'll start with her side first. You guys get to listen to her voice a little bit more than mine. Sure.
We get to both participate. So I'll just scroll through. So this first one is from Patrick Polo Grissom. I started smoking for PTSD from the Army. Why did you start smoking? So my best friend Kiki kind of got me into smoking cannabis, I'd say like 3 years ago. I never really smoked it much before then. Like I dabbled it in high school, but I was always too scared to do it because I grew up military brat, so my parents were strict and I was a good child back then. So I really wasn't into cannabis until the last 3 years. And it was kind of the same time I started to stop drinking and I was slowing down drinking alcohol. And it kind of replaced that in a way, which I wouldn't say is like the best thing to do. But I definitely do fully stand that cannabis is better than alcohol. And it's definitely helped me with a lot of like anxiety. And I actually have PTSD and panic disorder too. So it helped me a lot with all of that stuff. And I just take it every day now. And it's kind of just like a habit.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't want to like quit something bad with something else, like a different coping mechanism. But if you were to choose between the two,
Definitely.
cannabis is definitely a better thing. I lost a ton of weight during that time too, though.
Yeah, when I
So that's
stopped
one thing to
drinking
note.
alcohol, I lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
And smoking helped me with my appetite too, I feel
Yeah,
like.
because it's better to like eat real calories with like carbs and proteins and healthy fats than it is to just drink your calories in.
Yeah.
It's a bad storage. It's not what you want.
Definitely.
The dirtiest of bulks.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about your smoking journey?
So I always used to smoke a lot. I mean,
I'm going to take these gummies while we're hanging out too.
yeah. Just going through family history, there's been a lot of cannabis involved in and around my family and different industries as well.
Jeez.
And a lot of my family is in California. And it wasn't a big deal for me. So I didn't like to drink, and in high school I was smoking. I was getting straight A's. I was taking college courses, and I got to college, I could smoke through that. And I would use it like I always would with anything, but in college I started drinking too, and I didn't really like cross them up or anything like that. So it was more of the social drinking side of things. Once I got into my job, I couldn't smoke anymore. So I replaced it fully with drinking, and I gained a lot of weight, a lot of unhealthy weight. I got up to 250 pounds and just a ton of bad habits. And it's just really not worth it. Booze isn't worth it. So I'm definitely for cannabis. I'm pro cannabis. I don't smoke it now, and I haven't for so long. Like if I do, I'm so gone. I can't be productive, and I'm like really addicted to doing the productivity stuff. But for times where it's like a vacation, it's like, okay, really mellow, really don't think about anything. Partaking is fun because then I can like relax and sleep or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of my side
And
of
I
it.
used to be really bad with cannabis when I first started smoking. I used to smoke like 4, 5, 6 blunts a day. And I used to just sit there on Instagram Live all day smoking. And yeah, not only was my wallet not happy, I just really wasn't happy because I wasn't being productive. So I had to learn how to control it. And I definitely smoke way less now. And I learned how to like be productive if I am going to smoke, or if like I know that I can't smoke until a certain thing, like I'll do goals and then like reward myself with smoking.
Yeah.
Different stuff like that.
That's
And
a good way to
tea
do it
breaks,
too, because it's sort of like, Pavlov's dog, where it's every time you click the bell or click the blow a whistle or whatever, you give the dog a treat. So it's like, okay, well, every time I get up and then I eat my carbs and then do my workout, then have my protein shake, it's a good time to do a tea break. Because then it's, hey, now I've been productive. I'm good to go. So it's a good way to reward yourself. Instead of just doing it as like, oh, I need this to get by. And some people might, you know, but
Everyone's different, definitely.
we're definitely not those people where it's necessary to get by. So you may as well use it as a reward mechanism if you're able to. And if you're not able to, I mean, look, who am I to say, right? I don't know what you're going through.
Ooh.
But I would think most people could try to reward themselves.
Yeah.
There's a lot of productive stoners, but there's a lot more unproductive stoners, which is why they get the bad name. So probably try to be the productive one and reward yourself.
Definitely. I like that.
It's a good way to build habits, you know.
And if you guys are curious, I am eating Cannabliss spicy gummies. Not sponsored, but we did do a photo shoot with this brand, and it was a lot of fun.
Let's see if this focuses.
It was our first photo shoot together.
Oh, yeah, lights. We did that with the cat.
It was a lot of fun, so I want to do more couple photo shoots for sure. But these are like 10 milligrams each, so I thought it'd be fun to like eat them throughout this episode instead of token, because I don't have a lot of flour left anyway. All right, next question.
And it's not good for your lungs too, right? I mean, that's the thing also. It's still not the healthiest habit, so just jot that down, everybody. So if you can mix it with other stuff, like vaping or edibles,
I wouldn't
it's
say
good.
vaping is good for you.
No, I mean like Volcano, like the big bag vapes where it's vaping the flower. It's just like a lower heat. It's kind of like baking it.
Okay. Next question is from Paris Moon. What is something you want your viewers to take away from your content? Man, a lot of different things. I definitely love hearing when people say I help with like their mental health. So learning how to be more positive in life is something I want people to take from our content, and plus like relationship, I'm trying to think of the words. Like, I'm not trying to say like a relationship is perfect, but I want to show them like a good relationship.
Like the steps it took. I mean, I would argue both of us weren't the best people when we met, just in general. And we're still not perfect people, and I think, you know, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, so we want people to get that from our content.
We're able to grow together and communicate together and like not let past relationships, past traumas, past experiences kind of define what we do. And being able to work past it instead of being like, oh, I'm never going to let this kind of person do this to me again. I'm like, well, if you're going to treat them badly, then you're not going to get the good guy either, right? So we can kind of work together on what sets me off, what sets her off, how we can communicate and build from that. So just the steps we've used to have a good, heavily communicating relationship where we enjoy being around each other, enjoy working together.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're telling people what they want to take away from our content. So what else? Your weight loss journey?
Yeah, weight loss. I mean, a lot of it is just really about how to be your best self and how to take baby steps to do that, you know? Because with weight loss, I mean, I tried just doing heavy working out, but then not eating right, and then realizing eating right is the way to go, and losing a bunch of weight doing just dieting, but then you really have to have the exercise because otherwise you're just going to be skinny and not have the muscle, and then realizing I'm not flexible and it wasn't just my belly getting in the way, and so to stretch every day and get mobility back, and it's just building those habits.
Good to your body, yeah. It took it. Me too. I had bad habits. I wouldn't even eat most days and stuff, and like, you know, your routine, like nighttime routine, face routine, just like self-care.
Yeah, so
learning how to take little steps for that I would love for people to take that.
Yeah, we want people to be able to just be their best self at wherever they're at. You don't have to go from nothing to perfect right out the gate. And as long as you're making consistent strides and rewarding yourself every day for doing the action and not for the result, you're going to get the result. And that's something we'd love to share, because I've lost 70 pounds doing my diet and exercise routine, and I'd love if other people could lose weight and find a partner. And we get a lot of people asking us relationship tips on like, how do I get a girlfriend? How do I do this? It's like, do you have a job? Do you live alone? Do you work out? Like, are you doing any good things? Do you have habits?
Yeah, we'll do a whole relationship episode, and we'll talk about it a lot too. And like all of our content in the future and stuff. And sorry, I was gonna say something and I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say, and then I cut you off. My
You're
bad.
like, all I wanted to do was interrupt. I didn't really want to say anything else. I just wanted to interrupt.
No, I was just trying to stay on track of the
Okay.
topic.
I'm just playing everybody.
Okay, next question. Sunflower Kisses 95 favorite comedy while enjoying cannabis. I'm trying to think funny stuff we watch. We watch a lot of anime. Comedy? We've been watching Nathan For You.
Yeah, I literally can't think of a comedy that we're not like huge
We're a really
comedy
big
people.
thriller.
Yeah, we normally like watch horror movies when we try to watch them. They're not really good, but that's normally what we try to go for. And then
It ends up being funny.
yeah, and then we'll watch like some dramas or some well-written stuff on HBO. Has been really good recently.
Like sometimes we're in the mood for like light humor and stuff, like anime and
I mean, I would say even what is that one we just watched? White Lotus was funny, but it's not like a comedy. It's you know what I
yeah.
mean. It's not even close to a comedy. But,
yeah, we don't watch
but it's
a lot
kind
of
of funny.
We don't watch a lot of comedy.
I would say it would have to be like Nathan For You because we like just don't have any other.
Yeah, if you've never seen
references.
Nathan For You, it's on Max. So
Yeah, it's super funny.
it's really funny.
That guy's a hoot. He's a hoot and a holler from Canada.
I also got several "Are you single?" questions. No, I'm not single.
No,
Okay, next question. I think I only have two more.
short podcast.
Well, obviously, we'll talk about more stuff. How long have you been smoking? Oh yeah, I said that 3 years, right? About 3 years. Yeah, consistently. And he hasn't been since we've been
Yeah,
dating.
I haven't been because I work. I can't do it in my industry. It's too dangerous doing what I do.
Yeah. And then Brooklyn Stewart, 5082. For the Q&A, what are your top 5 goals for the new year? I figured this one would probably take a while. I don't even know if I have 5. One of my goals is to eat healthier. So I already took the actions for that, which we planned. I'm going to like track down my calories and everything that I eat on MyFitnessPal app. Not sponsored, but it helps track my calories and protein and stuff. So I'm just going to be tracking that more every day to make sure that I'm eating better.
We worked through a plan, so it's over 1 gram per pound of body weight for her because she's trying to build muscle, and then set it around 1450 calories. We don't know if that's going to be a grow calorie or a shrink calorie, so it's just about making sure you check your scale. And so that's something that's really important for anybody out there. Check your weight at the same time during the day. Normally when you wake up.
Do you want to say one of your goals and we'll just go back and forth?
Well, I want a 6-pack by EDC. Not to say we're going to be able to go to EDC because we get really busy. But last time I was
And it's
there,
expensive.
yeah, and it was expensive. Abundance. We're good.
We are
Everything is
manifesting.
coming. We're going to be good. But I wanted to have a 6-pack by EDC. The only problem with that goal is it's definitely attainable given my current weight and what it would take in terms of body fat percentage. But I want to be strong also, and it takes a long time to build muscle. And so I've been doing a muscle building regimen as opposed to a weight cutting regimen. So even though I could have a 6-pack by EDC, I'm thinking maybe just build muscle until then, just so I can be stronger and keep trying to be flexible. But by the end of the year, I would say hit 6-pack weight once, which is probably 14 to 12% body fat. So, and I can track that and get that down. I'll keep everybody informed on where I'm at with that. That's definitely one of the big goals. And the other goal is to...
It's my turn.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, my second one is I want to keep myself on schedule. Like I'm very not an organized, scheduled person, and that's really difficult for me. But all of the big people say to do it, and he tells me to do it all the time. So I'm gonna work really hard on trying to make a schedule for myself, but I don't really have an action step for that.
The action step is like to just put it into the Google Calendar, right? And then just sort of follow it. And most of the big people who
'Cause I
are
started
really good
doing
at time
that.
management is they just jot down, okay, every 15-minute block. And you don't do anything for just 15 minutes, but it's like, okay, I took a little
That's hard
snack
for
break,
me.
it's 15 minutes. Or if I went live for 2 hours, you just do 2 hours. You don't have to do like every 15 minutes, say, oh, I'm live again. Just say, okay, at this time I started, at this time I ended, then I went and got a snack. So that would be a good action step is say, put your major events on there, like getting kid from school, dropping them off. You have to eat every day. Got to put that in there. If you're going to be working out every day, then you got to put that in there
I have
somewhere.
more questions. Yes.
And you're going to have little blank periods in between. You can say, okay, I've got a 2-hour block here, a 3-hour block here. And just be honest with yourself. What did I do during that block? And just throw it in there. So it's like using MyFitnessPal. It's just building that habit throughout the year. So now you're tracking your diet and you're tracking your time just throughout the day, every day. And hey, I thought it was going to take me an hour. It historically takes me 3 every time. So I'm not going to overbook myself and underdeliver. So it's a good habit.
Your turn.
Okay, so my other goal is to be able to manage employees better. So I haven't been a manager for much of my career. I've been more of like an employee. I've been in charge of crews in terms of technical support, but not as much like the boss or foreman. And I had a couple employees this year that really didn't do good, and it's my fault, I would say, for not putting proper standards in place and saying these are the expectations, this is what must happen for us to be successful, and this is what I expect from you in terms to make things happen. So I've heard that nobody is good at hiring, but they're good at firing fast and being able to learn from that and just know what can I do better. Because a bad employee is a bad employee, but do I get better at finding them? Maybe not. Do I get better at giving them expectations and goals so I can see if they're bad or good quicker and make my decisions from that faster? So that's a big goal, is learn how to manage a team of people.
Nice. That's a good
Yep.
one. My third goal that I thought of is I want to record more moments with Minnie, because I find myself not doing that a lot because I don't show her on camera. And then I'm finding that I just don't have those memories for myself. And so that action step is just doing it. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
that's pretty easy.
It's basically just adding in what you do already, but just not being afraid of getting her in shots so much. Because that's our biggest thing, is the safety of her and like her being able to grow up and have great experiences. And it's just really important for us. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can definitely see that one. But it's also like the biggest thing is family, right? Jobs will come and go. Family will always be around. So that's super important. I love that.
Your turn.
Okay, my turn. So I got fitness. I got part of my professional. The other one is it's going to be doing the media business that we do and being on top of it. I'm not a very good social media poster, so being able to support with my strengths is what I'd love to do. So I would say getting some paid clients and being able to throw that under our belt, is going to be a really big part of the year. And the way to do that is to be consistent with things like this podcast. Even though I'm not the best behind camera, that's probably my next goal, but I'll get to that when I get there. It's going to be getting clientele by being professional. I think that's a huge goal.
That's a huge goal.
And
Probably
that's
one of mine too.
Yeah, and that just comes from getting out there. That's the action step. Get out there, bring the pro stuff.
Put yourself out there more.
Yeah, that's huge. It's hard to do. The action step is literally just get out there. How we do that, that's determined throughout the year. But
And then, so that makes 4 for me. So then my last one would be, I want to make more content that I'm proud of. Because I feel like this last year I made a lot of just quick,
yeah,
didn't care
Quick and
about
dirty.
it content. And so I miss like really having a passion for it and stuff. So I want to find that again.
yeah. And I think that just comes into the habit building, right? It's just like working out. You might not get the best workout. You might miss some muscles. But if you keep doing something basic and get in the habit of it, it makes doing the better stuff easier. I went from 15-minute workouts to 30 to recently I've been doing 3-hour workouts, which is killing my schedule and really hard to do. So I'm trying to get a balance between that. But it just gets easier as you go. So it's a lot of just whatever content to get it out, because you have to get the habit of being a machine, and then that becomes easy. And now it's going into the next hard step, which is making quality content as a machine and just being able to crank out really good stuff back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, That's hard. That just comes from doing. Love that.
Do you have any more?
Yeah, and so my last one is get better behind camera, because I'm not behind camera. I'm on the other side all the time, and I can come off a little robotic, which is funny because I normally talk to people fine, but when I'm talking to a camera, it's well,
hard.
It's hard. It's hard. I think I get
I'm
more
still
used
good
to it
that
as you
way,
go.
too.
And then also getting like the audio down, because there's one thing where people talk and they change inflection a lot, or and you know me, I mumble quite a bit even in person, and I pick that up a lot on the mic. The mic picks it up even more. So it's like learning to where this is my normal talking voice, but we have ranges to say, well, the mic likes this range, and just stay in that range. You know, not too loud, not too quiet. You know,
Gotcha.
and just be able to stay in a decent spot. Just knowing that
That's
there's a
just
mic
probably
on.
practice. That's us doing this probably. Every
Yeah,
day
and
is gonna do
noticing
it.
stuff gets loud, noticing, oh, we went too quiet here, or whatever.
And I don't know why, but I do have a lot more questions. I don't know why. I forgot that. I
yeah,
had
go
these.
for it.
Amelia asked, favorite genetics or grower of cannabis? One of my favorite growers is Barrio. Not to be biased, because they did invite me to their grow house for a tour and stuff, and I got to try some of their product. Very, very high quality, top shelf, like so good. So that by far, like I this is still all new. Cannabis is still new for me, so I'm still learning brands and genetics. I don't even know what that means. So I'm still learning, and like I can't wait for y'all to teach me, and like for me to learn more, and for us to like next week and stuff, we'll be like learning from all these professionals and
And
stuff.
there are so many strains. It's like a new one every other day.
I'm just like, people are like, what's your favorite strain? I'm like, the one that gets me high.
It's like Granddaddy's Screwdriver Perp Train, and you're like, geez, Luigi's, like that's an incredible name. Like what are you guys doing? It's a new, and every single crop is like a new strain. I don't even know if there are the same one ever.
It's so much into it too.
It's basically like saying every year you eat a jalapeno because it's a new jalapeno, you would call it something different. But you don't just call it like jalapeno red, it's like Luke Skywalker's Vader cough, and you're like, Jesus, is that even a jalapeno anymore? I don't know. Like, that's outrageous. So yeah, I mean, that's too hard. And also, she always loves to get different strains, but then she just chucks them all in one jar. And it's like, well, why'd you even bother with multiple strains?
Yeah.
Oh no, the recorder's gonna die because I'm a goober.
I see that. Okay, next question.
Should we just like pause it and I redo the battery real quick? Because then we have like a firm pause and I just clip them both together.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so we were way off. Okay. Welcome back to the episode. They didn't know we left.
They weren't gone.
They weren't gone. They've been here the whole time.
Yeah. So anyways, we're going to
Ridiculous.
continue with our questions.
Wait,
now.
I got one thing. Do you think anybody would let us name a strain?
Maybe.
Like, we just keep working with them until someone's like,
But what
we'll
are we
give
gonna
you
name
one.
it?
just something outrageous.
We gotta name it Hammond Cheeselton.
Oh, yeah, Hammond Cheeselton. It's literally our cat.
Hamilton's name.
Yeah. Cat Alexander Mango Hammond Cheeselton.
Yeah.
The whole thing. He just comes running.
Okay. Big Booty Hose. Have you ever snuck out before? If so, what's your favorite time? I've actually never snuck out.
Your favorite time? Don't break rules.
Oh, who cares? Did you ever
Don't do
sneak
it.
out?
No. He was a
Yeah,
good
I
kid.
didn't either. I was a good kid. I was too scared to sneak out. My mom actually let me do whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
So I never had to sneak out. I just had to be like, I'm here.
Yeah, that was me too.
Which probably wasn't the best because I did end up getting into some trouble my senior year. But
Yeah.
all before that, I was good.
I was the same. I got let to do what you want, but then you kind of face your own consequences.
Big Booty Hose again. I love these questions. Have you ever gotten arrested or in trouble with the cops?
No. I'm the best. Actually, there was one time.
I was about to say, you liar.
Yeah. I'll let you go.
I haven't, actually. No, I'm good. I've never been caught. No.
Nice. No, I was paintballing in a wash. That's what you do there. They're biodegradable paintballs. They're not like ruining anything. And we got caught.
Someone wanted to spoil your fun.
They did. There was
were-
actually a bunch of people just like at the top that like came, And it was a bunch of anywhere between like teen and 24, you know? And that's our age when we were out there doing it. We were in our teens, so like 18 to 20. And we're just paintballing, minding our own business. And, you know, they were just jealous because it was like a bunch of guys and a bunch of girls, and everyone's laughing and having a great time and shooting each other. And they called the cops on us. They would have never come. Mm-hmm. And also, when was it a rule? It was never a rule. I always paintballed there. That's like where I learned to paintball. So
Yeah.
they busted us. And they're like, I could have gotten you for worse.
Bad boys, bad boys.
It's like, for worse.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it though. Big Booty Hose, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
On the beach.
Yeah, hopefully on a beach.
On the beach. Hopefully 10 years, babe.
Baby, you never know.
People can work at Starbucks at the beach, so we can make it.
Hey, in 10 years, Minnie will be done with high school. So
Yeah, and I'll work at Starbucks at the beach if I have to.
we'll all be at Starbucks together.
Yeah, it's all of us.
At least we'll be together.
Yeah. So, is that good for the career and the
I
family?
would so do that. We could
Work
all
at
just work
Starbucks?
together as a family.
Like close the boss.
Yeah, close the
You
boss.
suck at coffee making. Just flips it all over. Rude.
Okay, the boy Nash 14. What age did you start smoking and do you regret it? I guess I kind of already answered that because I started 3 years ago and hell no, I don't regret it. Nate Biscuit 503 favorite strain. Again, yeah, I don't
There's
really
so
know,
many.
but I do remember one of my favorites is blueberry muffin just because of the taste. I don't really remember if it got me like a great high,
But it's
but
a
it
muffin.
tasted like blueberry muffins. So
Well, once you start doing reviews,
I'll
which
remember
she's going to be
more.
doing, she's going to be
Yeah.
doing reviews. And then, like, there'll be a rating system.
I guess my favorite
You know.
Barrio strain is probably Funky Charms.
Funky Charms.
Yeah, and I think that one's actually like not going to be on the shelves.
Is that one?
Yeah, I think so. But it was his favorite.
That was his favorite? Mm-hmm. There were so
was
many. There were so many to give us.
Jean Carlos Gonzalez TBT. What's your favorite snack?
Fit Crunch protein bars. So bomb.
He does love those.
They are so good. I buy 4 boxes a month.
I love Trader Joe's truffle chips, but I don't get them often. But I will eat an entire bag in one
Oh, babe, it's coming in January 1st. You're not even going to be able to eat them.
day. No.
Like, at all.
I could have like a chip.
A chip. When has anyone eaten a chip?
Never.
Chat, comment if you've eaten a chip, and not just because the bag ran out and that was all that was left, and you
You're
just dunked it into your
silly
face.
if you only left one chip in the bag.
Yeah, just the crumbles at the bottom.
Crumbles?
Just like the crumbles at the bottom
The
when you like
crumbs?
drink it. Yeah, well, what?
Crumbles.
It works.
It
It
does,
works.
but I don't say that. So it just sounded strange to me.
I feel you.
I'm out of questions.
You're out
now.
of questions? It's okay. I didn't put a timer on, and I'm sure the tenders are like done.
Oh, we're gonna end it?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's been like what? Hasn't it been like 20 minutes?
I don't know how long it's been.
I think it's been like 20 minutes.
We only do 20 minutes this time?
Oh, do we go more?
I mean, we can stop. What else are we gonna talk about?
I don't know. Okay, wait. Let's think of positive notes. What do we say? Positive note? Because we're doing one every day. Guys, we're doing one every day.
Yeah,
Girls
so
also,
this is a lot to talk about. I
all-
mean, we
all the
already
other
talked all the
genders.
time, but
we're doing one every day. Oh, you didn't get the burp in this one, so now it's really an episode. It wasn't an episode pre-burp. Now
God,
I don't do it. It's not me.
yeah, it comes out the other end.
Yeah, well, not on camera.
No, we should. We need like a positive message for the new year.
Yeah. Okay, wait. New Year. Also, resolutions I don't think are good. Why don't,
Oh, yeah,
why don't we do
today's
that
ep-
as a topic? We'll just do that as a topic.
Episode is brought to you by us.
Yeah, nobody pays us
What
for
are we
anything.
doing?
No, like resolutions. What's your stance? Where do you stand on New Year's resolutions?
Well, we already made them.
I think those were resolutions. Those were just plans that happen to continue to
Resolutions
fall.
are literally like goals for the year, babe.
I thought resolutions were like, I'm doing something different for the year.
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that what resolution? Let's Google resolution.
No, I think it's just like
We do a definition
what do you want for
every
the new
podcast
year
so much.
for yourself?
Resolution. Okay, definition of resolution. A firm decision to do or not do something. That's it. That's what it is. A firm decision to do or not do something.
Yeah, so like a goal almost. Like I'm going to
do this
going
thing.
to drink. I'm going to not drink. You know.
Yeah. But
yeah. So I don't really like. I think
'cause
they're
it's
good
funny
for
'cause,
people
like,
to do.
I don't think they're good for them to be like New Year's resolutions as much as just like you should be resolute in doing something anyway.
Well, yeah, you should be like that every day. But
Yeah. Because like, why is January 1st different than the 2nd?
it's always good, but sometimes just the first, like the new like day of the month. You know, it's just like a refresh, like a
You like those?
restart. A lot of people like think of it that way.
Yeah. Do you think it would be a positive thing for people to do like new month resolutions, like moving forward? Like just for themselves to like, why wait
yeah.
until January when I can do it in February and then March, then April?
I think you should be doing it all the time. I think it's
Yeah.
like random. I don't think
Yeah.
it's like it's the first of the month and now it's time for me to change. I
No,
think
it's
it
not-
comes with the year.
I think when you break it into like a time block though, it can help. Because I think there's a level of, oh, I'm going to do this, and you're just thinking all the time, and then you can't do anything because things take time. Like you need at least a week to notice weight loss, for instance. So you wouldn't want to make a new goal every day in that.
Right.
Yeah. So like, do you think monthly would be like the best to start?
I guess that's why I'm saying to do it. You need to do it consciously, though.
Yeah,
Like
consciously,
you're gonna
yeah.
be coming into like faults throughout the year. It's not like it's gonna be on the first. You're gonna run to a fault and be like, oh, I gotta change this about myself. It's like it could be any day, and you need to realize when it happens
And
and
then just do
then
it.
take action to change.
That's true.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be during the month.
Right. Like I get what you're saying. You like give yourself new goals every once in a
Or
while.
maybe like every 3 months you just reflect.
Because I was gonna say, you say it takes a while sometimes for things to
Does.
kick in. So
Does.
it's like it really just depends.
Yeah. Maybe we should
What
do
you're working
maybe
on.
we should do quarterly check-ins
With the people.
with us. Well, also the people.
I mean, we
also
check in with
there's
us all the
a
time,
there's
though.
a Boo community for all the watchers that aren't
Yeah, my
from
boom
that.
unity.
And it's where everybody in our community gets together. A lot of them help each other out with problems that many of them have similar ones, and they can talk together, and many of them become friends. We just did a gift giving thing.
Yeah, and I'm about to play games tonight with my booze and stuff. So you have to subscribe currently right now to my TikTok channel to become part of the boom unity and get a Discord. I know eventually I'll get to the point on YouTube where I can have different tiers of subscriptions, and then those people could also get on the Discord, but I'm nowhere near that yet. So
Yeah.
for now, you have to subscribe to my TikTok. But yeah, I think that's it, folks.
That's it. Positive message.
Our positive message for you for the new year, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are really hard on themselves.
I think a lot of people need to be harder on themselves. But I think they need to be harder.
I think we're talking about different people now.
Yeah, different people. Well, I mean, that way we're hitting the whole audience. I think a lot of people need to be harder on themselves and say, it's like, I'm not doing good enough, but not to punish yourself for not doing good enough and reward yourself for the daily actions. You know, there's a lot of people, they punish themselves, myself included, when I was really overweight and struggling to do, you know, to get to my goal. It takes so long. 70 pounds took a long time.
And I would get frustrated with mental health stuff. You know, I mean, obviously I'm
You have to
still
deal with
working
it.
on it, but oh my gosh, it's patience and literally 1% every day.
And that's why it's exactly the 1%. So it's like, be kind to yourself in terms of saying, I'm not at my goal and it's okay. But be hard on yourself by not saying, I don't need to improve. Like, don't put yourself in that position where you think you're already perfect. Because in any facet of life, if you already have a six-pack, maybe you could still do something else, right? It doesn't have to be a physical thing. It could be something else. You know, there's some
'Cause
facet
nobody's
of your...
perfect.
No one's perfect. And, like, that's okay. You shouldn't have to be perfect. You shouldn't hold yourself to those standards, but you should say, is there something I could do better at that I know I wanted to do better at? Could I be better to my partner? Could could I do something fun for her, or him, or
Yeah.
them?
Okay, you know what we should end our
Okay.
episode with?
Hmm.
Guffaw.
Guffaw, guffaw yourself.
Love you guys.
Bye.
See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Later.
Now the awkward get up.